Welcome to a episode of ShyRyGuyGaming. We are going to start and look at Lufia. This is the first Lufia game, Lufia and the Tower of Doom. So this is a game that I've never played, but a game that a buddy of mine, when we were growing up, he was certainly super pumped to play, always telling me about it, and really got me interested in playing this game. So I'm very excited to get into this game and play this with you. It'll be my first time. And right now this episode is going to focus just on the intro. I know it takes about 40 minutes to play through this. I'm going to try and break it down into 15-minute episodes just because that gets a little bit long, and I hope you enjoy it. So with that, we're going to get this started. Remember to like and subscribe and share this video with your friends if you like what you see. And as always, recommendations or feedback in the comments are appreciated, as I am just getting started out. So again, let's get this going. One of those really old RPGs for the Super NES that I think came out around 93. But apparently it's a little bit on the dated side with some of the mechanics. Taito presents. Without warning, the island suddenly appeared in the sky. Four foul and wicked beings claimed it for themselves. They possessed the frightening powers of chaos, destruction, terror, and death. It's a little bit similar to Final Fantasy there, except with states as opposed to elements, I guess. The people were horrified. They called the evil ones Sinistrals. The reign of terror continued. I find that cloud texture there to be similar to Final Fantasy III's. The world massed its warriors to battle their dark foes. But the Sinistrals were all powerful. In desperation, the people called on their bravest fighters, Artea, Guy, Maxim, and Salon. And so it began, the final battle. It's so dark. I feel the energy. A very dark energy. Beware, it's powerful. Salon, light magic. As you wish. Is this the Fortress of Doom? So cold, it freezes straight to the heart. Welcome, Maxim. Deos, it's you, isn't it? Show yourself. Approach, my chamber is above. I await you. Okay. It'll be strange going through this surprise attack without a boost button. I am playing this on the Super NES. I do have this game on Super NES. Still never played it. Actually didn't get it too long ago. But I like to play them on the original consoles. Pretty standard fighting. Game below. You can't specify who you're going to attack. You can specify the group. So I can't give you an example here, but you can see as the two swords hit the Mega Frog, I can't select which Mega Frog. It's just going to hit one of them. So if there were two groups of enemies on here, so let's say one of those frogs and then one of those hydras that I just fought a moment ago, if I selected the hydra with my entire team and the hydra died, my character wouldn't automatically select the frog. They would just try and still hit the hydra, I guess, and you'd miss. So that's something to keep in mind when you're fighting. Power potion. I do like the graphics in this game. Very much so. So what I'll do too is when I fight new monsters, we'll show the fight and everything like that. But if we keep fighting, say I fight another battle of Red Knights, I'll just edit that fight out, just so it doesn't take 3 years to get through this. Oh, get help. I hate enemies like that. Dramatic Wolf. Seems to be a lot of enemy types in this game, which is kind of neat, and there's a bit of animation, even though it's pretty much just the sprite running around at this point, it looks like. Or not running around, but jiggling on screen, I suppose. Spell potion. Move the pointer to the spell. Press the X button to see what the spell can do. A bit of a training rounds. That's nice of Deos to put these here. Move the pointer. Oh, okay. Same thing. Doubling down on tips here. Okay, so we got a frog, so I'll show you. So we do the frog. I'll make everybody attack the frog. Okay, so now Guy misses because he's still attacking the frog, and so does Salon. Or Ceylon, I don't know how to pronounce that. But I find with RPGs growing up, you always found that somebody pronounced something different. Especially back in the days when there was no voice acting, you couldn't hear how they were saying the name. Some common mispronounced names would probably include Rydia, which correctly I believe it's Rydia. I called her Rydia growing up. That's one. There's a few others out there. I'll try and break it up to like a 50-50 because that's usually a good tactic, at least at the start, so that you don't end up missing. Another good thing about this game is the music. Really good music. Sometimes you get those RPGs with great music, and Final Fantasy is a great series for music, as most people know. But, you know, then you get some games where they're really long RPGs and the music's not anything to write home about. That can definitely lessen the experience a fair bit. Is this the end here? Oh, maybe we'll go look for some more treasures. Might as well stock up. More spell potions. The way you fight reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I don't know if anybody really played that game, but it was actually a lot of fun. A simpler RPG, I think it was called, in Japan they eventually released it, but it was called Final Fantasy USA, because Square thought that North American players didn't appreciate the challenge of some of the other RPGs, and so Final Fantasy 4 and 6, which came over here as 2 and 3, were actually made easier than they were in the Japanese versions. So Final Fantasy USA was kind of an entry-level RPG, they called it, and for basically geared towards the North American demographic, who they felt appreciated an easier game. But the layout of the fights was very similar to this. That game also had really great music. I was happy to see that game was in the music one for the 3DS. I can't remember what it's called right now. Something Curtain Call. Found a miracle. You may cross. Max says it could be a trap. He said cross, let's go. But Deos is testing us. He senses our feelings. Don't show any fear. You're right. That's what he's doing. My power is strong. The hopes of my people energize me. Come on, Salon. We're the world's last and only chance. I know. There's still hope as long as Dual Blade keeps its light. Dual Blade boosts our powers. It makes us even stronger in the center of this darkness. We will destroy the Sinistrals and restore peace to the world. This we promise. We promise, together. Ha ha ha. I sense your hope. Indeed, it is powerful. Sinistrals, your reign of tyranny is over. Do you hear me? We will finish you once and for all. The woman's energy flows strangely. Is this human love? Such a thing is unknown to us. No matter, it is easily smashed. Okay, let's grab a little battle here. So Maxim's kind of like your middle-of-the-road character, you know, kind of good at everything. Artea has some magic ability, also has a bow that can attack multiple enemies, so all enemies in a group. Guy is like your brute fighter, just all-out damage, no spell abilities or anything like that. And Salon is kind of your mage type, so more powerful magic, weaker attacker. Alright, here we go. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to stop right here before we get into the battle with the Sinistrals. We'll just take a break and break up the video a little bit. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Please do come back for part 2. We'll keep this going. We'll play through the whole game. Yeah, so again, ShyRyGuyGaming, going through a blind playthrough of Lufia. I've never played, not using a guide. I'm just going to go through and see how it goes. Heard great things and pretty excited. So thanks again, and we'll see you all for the next episode.